Check, check, check. Hey. Okay. All right. Some stuff set up. New week. Bit Wilder, hey, how's it going? Come back, hope you had a good weekend. Alright, you alright? Good, good. New week. Monday the 8th of September. The 8th to the 12th of September this week. Did a small update on my logging library. Yeah, I do remember, yeah. Oh, good, good. I need to log into Trello. Okay. So week 28. What date did I say it was? The 9th to the 8th to the 12th of September. Okay. Goals for this week are going to be, so what we're working on, I want to try and get placement all drawable items in the editor finished if I can, and then I want to get select drawable items in the editor finished if I can, and then I just want to kind of like generally work on game board editor. Tidy up. We didn't really work on the content browser, I don't think. So that's what I want to do this week. If we get through that, then we're going to work on the content browser. SFML. Ah, okay. That's awesome. Well done, Bitwielder. That sounds awesome. Good work. Okay, let's just pull what we have. Build it. FML. I can't remember if I've actually used that. It's FML for 2D stuff. yeah. Build up to it. First goal in something like Vulkan is to clear the screen cornflower blue, I believe. First thing you should try and do. That's the traditional colour, I think, for like the hello world of graphics. Or maybe hello world is a triangle, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I do know it. I have heard of it. Let's have a look at some examples. Actually, let's not. Window, that's kind of a good start. Yeah, okay, yeah. I have heard of it. So they're using OpenGL as well? Or is that just in this example? Is there like a triangle example? Okay, so we've got like Vulkan built in. Wow, cool. Yeah, based on OpenGL Vulkan support. Yeah, cool. This is a big example. Yeah, cool. Not really done much in Vulkan. I've not done anything in SFML before. Okay, so we're built. Oh yeah, there's one thing I do have to actually fix. So this is a new computer, new graphics card. Not a new graphics card, or graphics card in a new computer. And it keeps launching the editor in the wrong window. So that's what we need to fix. It's really just a hack. I want to force it to open on this second what I'm streaming through is my second monitor. Let's first see if there's anything in NVIDIA to do that. Keeps launching on the primary monitor, but I'm streaming through my secondary monitor. Otherwise I can just change it in code. Don't know where it would even be. You'd think it would be in system if there was anything. Click that button. It's like there was a problem. Alright, whatever. So you know how DX has maths and Windows functions. DX12 has maths and Windows function built in. Vulkan doesn't. DX12 doesn't either, unfortunately. Doesn't have any of that. So you need to use the Win API and shoot yourself in the foot trying to know how you can use it for DX11 doesn't either. No. Microsoft provided separate maths libraries. At least it did in DirectX 11. But that's just a separate thing. That's not really part of the API. You do need to understand the Win API if you're building on Windows, yeah. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, so you would have to write, you'd have to get or write a maths API to use those libraries. You can use SFML, SDL3, yeah, cool. Alright, we're just going to have to hack this in somehow. I can't remember how it works. There is a thing where I'm saying, like, if you're the editor, put it on window 2 somewhere. That's like, if you're anything, just put it on display 2. If you're on display 1, put it on display 2. This is what this is doing, I think. Let's see if that actually works. No, that didn't work. And then since when I start figuring Vulkan out, I can just drop it in without too much fuss. That's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. It's a bit of a slog to start with. You need to go through the Vulkan tutorials, I would say, on the Vulkan website. I think they actually have a tutorial website. Tried and cried. It is a slog to start with. It's a learning curve. Don't try and do anything too complicated other than clearing the screen to start with. Or if you want to take a step back, just do OpenGL first. Or if you're on Windows, try DirectX 11 first. they all kind of generally talk about the same stuff, so you can learn one and then transfer the skills to the other. Yeah, if the complexity of Vulkan's putting you off, try OpenGL or DirectX 11. So OpenGL, I would say, is the most straightforward to get things up and running. Then DirectX 11, and then Vulkan and DirectX 12 are kind of the same, really. It's display 10. Display 10 and display 11. That is mental. No idea why. This is only an internal code anyway, so it doesn't really need matter. There we go. Alright, cool. Either OpenGL or Vulkan, because I want to have multi-platform code. Okay. Yeah. OpenGL then. OpenGL to start. Do that to death. Do all the tutorials. And then step it up to Vulkan. Okay, yeah, cool. You need to kind of become familiar with the terminology of graphics programming in general. Learning any API will teach you that. I think a prerequisite for learning something like Vulkan is, or DirectX 12, is previous knowledge of graphics APIs and just graphics programming in general. It's not designed to be beginner friendly, really, whereas OpenGL is designed to be beginner friendly. Right, so what do I even want to do? So I was working on selecting individual blades of grass. So that's a bit of a weird case there, where it's selecting one then the other and then flip-flopping. I think that's fine, to be fair. So the grass. I was wondering if I should do per pixel, which might be quite hard on grass, because the grass is kind of thin and waving about, or I should just put handles. We'll try both, maybe. Let's see. Oh, the draw off for the selecting. So I think the thing with that is the way that I've got the selection rigged up right now is picks the smallest thing. So both of them fall under the mouse, but because they're animating and changing size, sometimes the one behind is smaller than the one in front. So it's constantly flip-flopping. So if I wanted to really fix it, I'd pick the front one all the time. Which I might eventually get onto, but that's kind of like nitpicking at the moment. So only because they're moving that is happening. They're actually scaling in their animation. Yeah, check which one is in front. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, to pick the. It's like it's not kind of a universal thing you want to do though. It's a bit more complicated because I have a little thing down here. And if this there's a thing here hidden in the grass. If this was behind the barrels, you'd never be able to select it, you see. I think it needs to be smallest and in front. Or small it, well, yeah, I'll have to think about it. I think it needs to be the smallest. Probably the just the smallest. First small, then front. Yeah. Where is it? First small, then front. Yeah, I would say that's probably right. But we'll put that in when we've got all the selections sorted, so we can test it on everything. So these blue boxes are my makeshift bounding boxes for the grass, which aren't actually correct, really. As you can see, like, there's grass up here. But what it does bound is the origin of the grass blades. So this would be good if I wanted to actually have handles, but that might be more difficult to actually select. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably just gonna, so where we're here, this is the select thing. We're just gonna get rid of this one. Well, check the difference between two. If one is within 5% of each other, then pick the one in front. Otherwise, just the smallest. Difference in size, do you mean? I think first smallest, then front probably is the right one. I think that is the right way to go about it. All I'm doing at the moment, this is the actual code for it actually, is I'm just sorting it by area. This standard less will sort it by area. And then what I need to do, I'd need to do a second step which went through and see if there are any with the same area. And then sort them back to front, maybe. Not sure. We'll figure it out. So we've got intersecting content. This kind of needs to go away. Oops. We're slowly replacing the actual intersection system with a more general case system. This one's part of the old system. This is the new one. So here we go. This is where we're drawing these blue boxes. Like, I wonder if it would. What we need to do, this is just doing it every frame for every piece of grass, which is obviously not great. What we need is some kind of like system to calculate the bounds. We need to call back into the we're actually placing the grass blades down, and then when we release the mouse button, we need to execute some code which calculates all of the bounds. That's what we need to do. I'm up for collaboration though, Bit Wielder. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna try some stuff. Okay. So that's in paint content. Paint content. So this returns a result, right? And the result is a content brush instance. So we might actually just cache out all of the IDs of the content brush instance for a second. I'm going to say brushed instance IDs, add unique result ID. If there is a result, we want to do that. So this we want to say canvas, get input window, left mouse button, up. So if there's brushed instance IDs and the left mouse button is up, we need to do something. I'm going to empty them. See what blows up. Yeah. Just exploration, really. Definitely. 547. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fun. What's awful is when it works in debug and then doesn't work in release. And you don't know why. Because you can't really debug release builds very well. So you'll be like, oh, I'll try some printf debugging. And the printf debugging fixes it. And then you remove the printf debugging and it breaks again. That's always fun. So we need to know what painter this comes from. So all I'm going to do, well, let's just paint something in and see if we get this code path first. So this should happen when the left mouse button goes up. We should hit this breakpoint. I don't know, we'll put in this nice cube thing. So the left mouse button down when it goes up. No, we don't hit that code path. So paint content must be happening under the condition the mouse button is down for that to be a thing. Yeah, if left mouse button is down. I might just say or window left mouse button just up. So at least fires for one frame afterward. $172, 8 lines of code. Must be in your libraries then, I would say. Possibly. Must be whatever you're including or linking to or whatever. Oh, interesting. There we go. So now we get it. So we've got 2 brush instance IDs. We've got 2, which is interesting. Now we've got 1. I actually probably want to clear it that first time. Right, so we're getting this. So what we need to do now is we need to get the brushes from the game content. Game board, get root content. For auto brush instance, I'll say in content, get brushes. This should probably be called get brush instances, really. Fine, we'll leave it for now. We could say where brush instance IDs contains arg.id. Where on? Okay, so this should actually give the actual instances. So if you just put a breakpoint there. Semi-static building working with SFML. I don't remember changing MT to MD. Right. Yeah. MT is multi-threaded library support, I think. Dynamically linked library support. And the MTD, I think it is the debug version of that. So if you want a debug build, you want the D one, I think. Multi-threaded debug, runtime library. This is what you're talking about. Yeah, so one's a DLL and one's not a DLL. Yeah. So one will actually link it with your executable. This one. But if you're in debug, yeah, put the debug bonds on. Change it like 8 times, yeah. It should work with both, I would say. I think the thing is they've all got to be the same option, all of the libraries. So if you're including libraries, they have to be built with the same option, I think. Right. So I release the mouse key, and then we get the instance. So this is that instance, I think. 7451. 7451, yeah. Is that font big enough? The new computer, so I'm not entirely sure what to set it. Yeah. So you can compile in C++, you can compile libraries into DLLs, which are individual units, which your executable then attaches to kind of at runtime, or libs. And libs don't ship with the executable. Libs at link time are combined into the executable. So if none of the other libraries are, or some of the other libraries, for instance, are expecting the DLL to be there, you need to compile out that DLL. That's what it means. It's all confusing. I know it's confusing. Okay, so this instance is normal sprite content data. So we need to actually call back into the painter. Really? Whatever painter it came from, if we can even do that. Hang on, we know it by the brush, don't we? So we could maybe do this in here. Okay. Put that there. Well, it could go anywhere, really. Could probably put it here. The problem is the can paint content there. That will exit. Means we just got to loop through it again. We'll go with it. We'll see how it goes. Three a.m. She wants to draw a circle in a window. Oh yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? Yeah, especially these linker errors because they're undecipherable, really. Shame having to go through this 2 times. Okay, let's not do this because this is too much of a shame. Must be a better way to do this. You can put the can paint content a little bit further down. We have our painter now. See if that works. So I also, that worked, that was fine. I also want to test it for brushing. So it might only ever return 1. So in that case, we don't need this. Like, we're only going to be brushing down 1 instance at a time, I think. That goes away, and this is just if result. That simplifies all the way down to that. We can just do like painter. After paint result. Like that. After paint instance. And that will just fire back into the painter that we finished painting, and we can do whatever we want with it. A linker error and went. You might need cryptograph to understand that. Alright, yeah. So those 3 libraries there are the we'll use a 32 as like a kernel Windows library, or the, well, user 32 Windows library. Then that's the WinMM's the multimedia library, and the D sound is direct sound. Yeah, you would need to link with all of them. I'll definitely use a 32. But you know, the other ones are pretty fundamental as well. So we just need like a little concept to check that this has even been implemented as well. So we need to put a concept here. It's them. Has, what do we call it? After paint instance. Wires. Content painter. Paint mode. Content brush type. And the content brush instance. Can't type today. It requires that. And it is painter after paint instance. Oh, what's going on here? Instance. Is that real C++? I don't think you can have concepts within concepts, it seems. Okay. I think that concept compiled. So we can say if const expr what do we call it? What do we even call this? Call it painter as after paint instance. Enum value content type. We could pass in the painter. No. Okay, so that compiles. It's good. We just need to actually implement after paint instance, and we only want to implement it with grass. So when we actually paint, well, stamping and painting actually, not an insert content though. So we'll do stamping grass first. So we want void after paint instance. Where was it? This file's getting too big. I need to strip some stuff out. Content brush instance. Let me just say x equals 2. And just see if we end up here now. So now we know we're talking about stamping grass on the ground. That's compiled out, so that's not good. That means that's not gone in. Or is it a sprite sheet content painter? Okay. Different type of thing here. Different painter. It's a sprite sheet content painter. Different painter then, so I think because this is actually a content painter. Okay, we need to do is actually a little bit different. So it is a content painter. We need to actually overload it here. Instance content brush instance. Okay, let's see if that actually compiles. Okay, that's built in now. The breakpoint is still there, which means that it's going to get hit hopefully. So this will fire for actually any type of sprite sheet content. So let's just place a grass blade in. Oops. The mouse comes off. Oh, it didn't fire. Ooh, weird. It's actually not even stamping it. Oh. It's not going through the grass path now. Going on there then. This is a different bug. It should be coming through here. Okay, it's not. Oh look, we're just going through the first one. So we need to check that the brush, we need to check against the brush here. So the brush is tile content grass. So we need to do auto content equals brush, get content, sprite sheet tile content. If there isn't any content, we return. And then we have to say and content thinks it's a string for some reason. Is data, I think. Has data. T. That's it, I think. Get collision, get content. The result here. To make sure it is actually the right type of data before we send it in. We have to actually do that here with the with this as well. If content has data T. Probably actually wasn't even showing the right preview brush either. Alright, let's see if this fixes it. Okay, we're in grass now, so that's correct. I need to stamp it. Okay, so we also aren't getting the this breakpoint after paint instance firing either. So we should see what's going on there. So release the mouse button, nothing happens. So that's not getting fired. Painter has after paint instance. Just get a check I've got all this spelling right. So that is the same. Does return a void. Content brush instance. Okay, so we need to actually if canvas get input window, left mouse button just up, We'll just pause there, see what's going on. So it does have it, but result is empty. Ah. Right. Okay. This is what we were using for that static array for. We make that static and then release it. No, we can't. We have to release it down here. No, that's a bad idea. Do like this. U64 instance ID equals result ID L0. And then this is if we have an instance ID. We need to actually get it. We do need to get it back out again. So it is if auto content is game board, get root content. Loud bike. And then, so that gets the content, and then we need to go auto instance equals content. Brush instances, find first, and the test is instance ID is equal to the arg.id. We have to actually retrieve the instance back out of the, because this happens when the mouse has been released, so nothing has actually been painted. Okay, now let's see if we end up at any of these breakpoints. So I've released the mouse key. There we go. So we do actually need to do this type of thing. Like that. Okay, so now I actually need a concept for after paint instance with sprite sheet content data. So we might actually just put these at the top, you know. This file's getting really bit too big. It's really just the same concept. And we can just say if context bear. We need to probably name it a different thing though. I'll call it Sprite Sheet Painter. And this is paint mode T. Okay. So let's see if we end up here now. This will be exactly where we need to be to work on the actual instance itself. There we go. So now we know we're stamping sprite sheet grass. So we know we can calculate the bounds. So this gets fired after we've painted this instance. And we just want to go through and we want to actually get the data of sprite sheet grass, I think. Is it grass? No, it's grass content data. Not grass. Return. Let's see if we have it. Okay. So we have our grass in there, and that's got all of the grass blades. And we can go ahead and calculate the bounds for them. So we want rect bounds. I think the fastest way to actually calculate this is to go for auto. This is grass data, really. Grass. And grass data. Oops. Grasses. We just want a bounding box or a bounding rect. And we're just going to go with each grass cells. BB add arg.position. And then the grass bounds is just the bounding box, but we need to actually inflate it by the, well, so that's just going to do the positions. Well, let's just work with this bounds for now. We do need to inflate it a little bit. They're going to be slightly wrong. Going to be slightly too small. Because that's just the position of the grass, but the grass blade actually covers an entire area. So we actually need to, when we find this bounds, we need to kind of inflate it a little bit. So then we have grass bounds. So in the game content, the game board content, we're actually rendering the grass. We'll just draw its bounds. We're drawing its bounds somewhere else as well. Can't remember where though. Here. So here we're calculating the bounds, but now we just have it. Don't need to calculate it anymore because this happens once a frame. So now we don't actually have to calculate the bounds once a frame. And let's just draw it like future-y. Okay, so there aren't any grass because we've changed the data layout now. May as well just start again. So let's just paint some grass in and see what happens. Did we do it for? We didn't do it for the brush. So we'll just stamp 2 grass blades in. That's what it's calculating there. The bounds to be, which is obviously a little bit incorrect. Which I thought it would be. We need to inflate it by grass width and grass height. So put one over here. So it is working. So we need to actually get the texture. think. Is it the texture or is it the tile? Or is it just the brush bounds? Do we have the brush? We don't have the brush. We have the instance. Let's just see what we actually have. We need the brush bound. We need to inflate it by the brush bounds, width and height, I think. So we need to get the brush out. The brush has in it, I think, bounds. So, if not brush, oops, and we don't have a brush. So we need to do bb.getRect, inflate. It's a bunch of inflates. Which one do I want? I think it's 0, 0. I think that's it. So let's paint another. Oh, that inflate didn't work. See what actually is happening with that inflate. I can't really remember. So the brush bounds, width and height. Brush bounds, where is it? 6 and 10. Oh. Didn't step into it. X min, X max, Y min, Y max. Okay, so it's this way around. Is that what it says? Yeah, I just misread what it says. There we go. There we go. So we have proper bounds now. It kind of seems a little bit wide. That's definitely kind of almost right. Oh, our magnifier is weird on Windows 11. That's not really how I want it to work. Magnifier the Windows 6 and plus sign. Turn it on. Oh, you can just zoom. That's quite cool, actually. And the Windows key and escape puts it back. I'm new to Windows 11. Right, okay. We do have lens as well. So if I do Windows key and plus key. So the lens just seems to be 100%. Yeah, I don't know what's better actually. I'm used to the lens. We'll stick with full screen, see if we can get used to it. See if I can get used to it. Alright. Okay, so we have our bounding box. What I need to do now is do it with brushing the grass as well. And to be fair, this is exactly the same routine. So we'll just call into it. Content painter. What is it? Sprite sheet content painter. But we want to call into it for stamp. After paint instance. I think that will work then. So let's just paint some in. There we go. So we have our bounds anyway now. And this is for intersect content for it. So we need the mouse P. So we're going to say if So this can be where arg.bounds intersect mouse p. So this is all kind of the grass. This is the grass where that intersection happens. And then if that intersection happens, we need to go for all the cells. So all I'm going to do the cell doesn't actually have a bounds either, it just has a position. I'm just going to go and let's do canvas draw quad outline for the cell bounds instead. Yeah. Because then I want to test against each cell as well. Oops. So we first test against the whole grass area in the world, and then we test against each grass cell, and then if we pass that test, we're going to test the actual collision. Okay, so it looks like the cell is located in the bottom left, so we just need to inflate it again by the brush bounds. So this is actually inflate, not brush bounds width, not brush bounds height. Okay. Oops, that's not the right thing. There we go. So there are all of our cells that we can test against now. So okay, so that's like cell bounds. And then we're going to go, well, we're going to go if cell bounds intersect mouse P. Draw it. Yeah. There we go. So what we need to do now is we need to locate. So we need to get the collision. Out. So do we want to just actually get the collision out before we've done all these loops? So this is actually like just a scale. Do we have scale? We do have scale. Only... Oh, that's between not. What's going on there? Width times scale over 2, height times scale over 2. Oh, because it's an inflate. Oh, it's an inflate. It's a scale, a uniform scale. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do is we'll probably get it out here. What is it? Is it a texture? Brush. Okay, collision. I'm not having any help from IntelliSense, unfortunately. I suppose we can get it as an image. We'll get it as an image. I know the image works. So we want to do if the canvas intersect the image in world. So the world position of the image is the cell position. And the image is collision. And that should do like per pixel collision. As long as we actually have collision for the grass. I think we do. Oh. I know, it is a texture. It's a texture. Yeah, we haven't implemented intersecting images that just one channel, just the alpha channel. But we do with textures. There we go, I think that is working. So if we go over this blade, it's not perfect because the blade is actually moving. But it is working. So this is a thing, like with grass, we might just want a handle, you see, rather than actually to doing per pixel collision. We'll implement both and see which one is best. Let's paint another chunk of grass on, different type. So this is pretty dense, this grass. Okay. Let's just go back to the... Oh, we can't go back to the scene we had before because we've changed the actual layout of the scene. Let's just make a scene. We'll put everything on the grass layer. The brush, the Z bias does need to be like quite low for the floor there. Look, the floor we didn't do properly. There. Just put a little path through here. Okay, and then we'll do these barrel, put a couple of these in. Put one of them in, and then we'll put a light in. So the light's kind of stamping over the top, the Z bias. We don't actually have undo of lights either. Okay. Um, so this is when we're brushing. We actually need to do this a bunch of times. And we're just about to add it. We need to actually push an undo redo state. There. We're just pushing it there. Yeah, maybe we don't have to do the check with the mouse. I think we only have to do the check with the mouse when we're painting stuff, rather than stamping stuff or brushing stuff. So I think the stamp just happens once anyway. Stamping grass. Brushing grass. Yep. Stamping cloth, which does the normal. I think the rest of them do the normal. Alright, so that should start that undo redo thing. Let's test that out. So if we stamp down light, can we undo it? Yeah, we can now. Okay. So what you would do is that you'd have probably put the grass on its separate layer, because you can select by layer. So let's try that. So obviously then you don't get mixed up with. So we'll do it properly, right? We'll do a floor layer. I'll just paint some floor. Minus 10,000. We should do a small level, really. Then we'll make another layer of grass. It's mod 32 morning. Hope you're alright. Hope you had a good weekend. So this is grass, and we'll put down some grass. And then we'll put down a bit more grass. We'll put a different type of grass down. Yeah, I had a good weekend. Went fishing with my kid, which was nice, my daughter. Then did a bit of coding as well. Just working on selection at the moment. Making a difficult level to select. So this is going to be props, really. To hit there, we have a problem with Z bias. So let's save that. So that stamping Z bias is correct. When I stamp it on, it's over the top, which I don't think is what we want. Catch many things. So where I live, there's a big thing for catching crabs. We call it like you don't eat them, you just catch them and throw them back. Caught like, I don't know, like 20, which is crazy, isn't it? I'm only doing it for like a couple of hours. Okay, so we'll fix that. So that is obviously wrong. See if we can go all the way back as well and all the way forward. Yeah. Which country? I live in the northeast of England. There is actually a big thing for catching crabs to eat as well, and lobsters. But she's only 5, so if you just like throw nets off the harbour, you can catch them. Where are you from, Insmod? Content painter for normal content. Stamping normal content. So the origin should be 0. The paintbrush Z bias should be 0. I'll stamp this in. It is 0. So it's possibly to do with the drawing of it. Oh, the Netherlands, yeah. I remember, yeah. I think I've asked you that before. I like the Netherlands. I've been there quite a lot. It's in Newcastle. Oh yeah, nice one. Yeah, I've been to Amsterdam, Rotterdam. Been to Brille. Have you heard of Brille? It's quite a touristy destination in the Netherlands, I think. You can just catch the ferry from near me, really. You go over there. Say near me. It's like an hour's drive away to the ferry port. Yeah, cool, yeah. Yeah, I think we go from Hull, but yeah, you can go from Newcastle as well. DFDS Seaways, yeah. Ooh, I'm not sure what you would catch now. Yeah, that nice ferries. You can catch it and like stay overnight on them, which is good. Mixar Studio, hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Yeah, I'm doing well. A little bug here with the Z bias. They're meant to be behind the grass entirely, but it's not quite worked there. So I think it's the drawing. And then I'm also working on selecting grass as well. Figure out how to do that. How to get that selection stuff back on. Got an old ship. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is meant to be... so I do there, and then I stamp it, it comes in front. I think it's the drawing rather than the stamping. I think the stamping it in is stamping it in the right Z. The drawing might not be. We'll see. We'll see what it is. Ooh, it might actually be that it's this, possibly. Nope, not that. C bias or... oh, it's just a typo. Engine for fun, have specific project in mind. I want to try and make a game with it as well. Yeah. The game's like, I've switched off the game at the moment, working back on the engine. Just because I'm about to actually, there we go. I'm about to actually start real production of the game rather than just prototyping everything. And there was just some stuff in the engine to do with how it caches content, reuses content, stuff like that, which all links in with like the hot loading system, which is kind of important when you're making a game. You want to be able to hot load everything all the time so you don't constantly have to restart the editor and stuff. And it was all kind of a bit flaky. It worked, but I can imagine a situation where I'm like a year into developing the game and I want new type of content, and I'll have completely forgotten how the editor works by then. And I just wanted to make it easy to add in new content to like game data content, you know, like I might decide I want to be able to paint clouds in later or something, I don't know. And I want that to be easy to actually integrate into the editor. So I'm going back and spending a couple of months. It's kind of a rewrite, although I'm using quite a lot of the same stuff. It's a big jump. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure when you saw it in mod. But the gameplay of the game's kind of in now. So it's just a case of... So the first thing I want to work on with the actual game is proper game UI. I'm not sure if the game even still runs. It does, but in the wrong screen. Hang on. I've just swapped to computer as well, so there's a few things that are a little bit odd, like it launches the game in the wrong window and stuff. So this is a little combat prototype. I think actually possibly the combat itself is broken. The lighting is broken in this game. This is using all the old game data. Which the way I've representing data has changed quite a lot now to do with the hot loading. Trying to pull everything out of, at least while the game assets are compiling, it all comes from files like there's one file which represents one thing rather than the thing over multiple files and stuff. Again, to make it all easy. Yes, I think either the combat is broken or it's turned off. Can't remember. Oh, it's turned off. Oh no, none of the thing. Yeah, okay, I remember now. Where I'm representing NPCs is different and stuff. So yeah, all these prototypes are going to kind of have to get rebuilt, but that should only take like a day, hopefully. And then I can get on to actually moving on to the real game. But anyway, what I'm doing now that that's fixed, selecting grass at the moment. Selection layer grass. Although it's not letting me select it. Selection layer props. Okay. So why can't I select the prop? Intersecting content for normal sprite content data. Okay, so this is coming along. Different selection layer. Maybe I put it on the wrong layer. Did I put it on the wrong layer? I'll put it on the floor layer. So yeah, I need eventually a way to swap layers in case I do that accidentally. So grass. Stamping grass. So there's no bounds in the grass. Interesting. That's the thing that I've just written, which obviously didn't work. Or maybe we aren't. Yeah, maybe we aren't. Oh no, we are calculating bounds for brushing grass on. So this is after we stamp grass, it's meant to come and calculate the bounds. See what's happening there then. So let's stamp this grass on. It should also remember what layer it's on. So now it does have its bounds. And those like pink squares are just like intersecting the grass blades. I haven't decided if I want a handle at the bottom. It might make more sense to have, because grass is a little bit like, well, it's moving for a start, so the intersection's not exactly dead on, and it's like kind of lots of fine streaks. So if you did per pixel collision, you constantly are and aren't selecting it. So maybe a handle would be better at the bottom. Okay, ends mod, see you in a bit. But I also have to work out why it didn't save bounds. Okay, so this is to do with brushing grass after paint instance. That obviously didn't get called. I'm going to start again. So it did calculate the bounds there. So something happened there, which meant it didn't calculate its bounds before, which is not great. We don't want that to happen. Okay, so that one's obviously not calculated its bounds again. Okay, something's happening there. So we've been able to reproduce it, which is good. So it's still not doing it. This is good. So let's put a breakpoint there. Definitely calling the function, just not calculating the proper bounds. This is the wrong instance. Okay. Let's reset the instance. That's probably the problem. Oh, this this is happening in the wrong place as well. No. That'll be it. That'll be the problem there. think. Oh look, doing it in the wrong place. What's happened here? We're setting it to 0 and then testing it. It's not right. Alright, so this instance of grass is the right one. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so so intersect content then for grass. It only returns one intersection candidate. It needs to kind of return a bunch of intersection candidates. So we're going to change that. I'm going to have a 2-minute break. Check in what we've done. Make another cup of coffee. And then we'll get on with intersecting grass. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right. I just need to change some stuff on the task. Okay. So this needs to actually probably return and not standard optional, but an array of candidates. Or at least a temporary array of candidates. Here as well. So I don't know, we might do handles, we might do this, but we'll just leave it for now. Intersecting content. So intersecting content as well. We need to know kind of is it intersecting content? Intersection candidate. We need to know, because there's going to be multiple things. We'll have different bounds though. Instance ID and area at the moment. Area is equal to cell bounds.area. Right. Okay. Something's gone wrong there. Missing some kind of semicolon somewhere. Oh. So deleted a bracket there. Whoops. So candidates stock copy from. Intersections or something. Intersect content just returns an array of intersection candidates. So what's the problem here? That's it. Still thinks it's a span. Ah, here, look. Okay, cool. So now it can copy from. Each intersector can return a bunch of things that is intersecting now. Because grass is probably going to be the case with grass. So we need a way to identify the thing that is intersecting other than area. So I'm just going to say U64 ID like this, and we're going to set the ID to be equal to the cell hash. Mixer Studio. Should I set up something for that? Look. Does that mean something? Because alright, I'll see you in a bit. Is that a command? I'd like to know if lurk is a command I should implement for chat. I don't know. When you have a stream on but not active, yeah. Yeah. I've seen a couple of people do like exclamation mark lurk, you see, and just wanted to know if I should actually, because I could do exclamation mark anything and put a message like a response in, or is it just what people do? I'm not sure. Because I have commands that you can do. I can't remember what they are though, actually. Anyway. Yeah, okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, I might put that command in then. That'd be good. I'll do that for next stream. Give me a sec. Do I have this? Okay. I'll put that in. I'll put that in after the stream. All right, cool. So we do have an ID for the intersection candidate. It's getting a bit long now, so I just might do. Okay, cool. We might put in possibly the Z as well. If we want to sort by Z. And the Z is just the instance Z bias. It's the instance position. Well, let's go to the normal one. Normal sprite content data. When we draw. Z's kind of a complicated thing to get, really. Because Z's different for a lot of things. So we'd have to actually call it on the instance, wouldn't we? So it would be like get Z. Z bias. Like that. So it's a similar thing to this, except we're going to do get Z. This for each of the renderers now we need get Z. It's S32 actually. Appropriate default constructor. Oh, it doesn't have a default constructor. Okay, I'm going to change this to void operator. Keep the default constructor. All right. Get Z. It's just this. Animated rig content. Oh, we do need the canvas as well. Oops. Come on. Instance. Forward Centaur. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for the raid. Awesome. How's C++? Struggling on. It's alright though. Going alright. Hope you're alright. Yeah, just working on selecting stuff with the editor. So I'm making an editor. See if this builds and then I'll show you. I'm reworking the editor for the engine, or at least the bit where you like paint the levels in. And I'm just reworking the bit where you select everything. Like, you know, you can select something. So I've got some grass that I've put in. And right now, you can you can't really select individual grass blades. There's two ways to put grass in. You can stamp it in one blade by one, or you can paint it in using like a paintbrush thing. And this is only really meant for if you just want to move an individual piece of grass, because I don't know, it might be covering something important in the level or whatever. So I'm just putting in the routines for actually selecting them, sorting them. It's quite hard with grass because they're so dense that you can't really like selecting one by one most of the time. Not very good, but you can just like place one in and then select it, you know. But it's when you've got like a bunch of them, you know, trying to figure out all that, how we would do that nicely. So right now this is just these pink tiles are just debug output to like, these are all the grass blades underneath the cursor right now. So yeah, obviously you just want like to highlight one grass blade somehow. I think what I might end up doing is little handles, because it is like per pixel collision, which is nice if you've got like some barrels. But for grass it's kind of not very nice. You can see how it's like, because when you like go over it, it doesn't work as nice. So maybe a little handle at the bottom for grass. It's just to do like if you want to just move individual blades. Thank you. What kind of game am I planning? So I'm making a sci-fi gardening game where you're on a space station, a multi-thousand person space station, and you're in charge. So you're a character running around, and you're in charge of just like looking after the gardens on the space station for the crew and things. And then, you know, you plant plants and you do quests for the crew to get new seeds or new recipes. And then you can also go down to planets and asteroids and stuff and like gather resources down there and bring them up to the space station to make the space station look nice. Sci-fi gardening like RimWorld. Yeah, maybe. I'll check out RimWorld. I haven't really looked into it. But it's like you're just a gardener on a spaceship, basically. And it's like a kind of dialogue quest-based game. No survival, really. It's meant to be a chill game. There is a bit of combat. When you go down to some planets, there are creatures, and you can, like, blast them down. But it's not meant to be a combat-focused game or anything. What made you decide to make your own engine? Well, games technology is more my thing, even more than game development, really. I'm more of a... What I like to do is the tech bit. So, I've always made engines. Because that's the most fun bit for me. But I do like game development as well. Yeah, the goal's kind of to make cool tech. Maybe a cool game will come out of that, I'm not sure. What are you working on? Oh, cheers. Yeah, what have you been working on? Are you a dev as well? I assume you are, if you've raided. Alright. Just been solving puzzles. Ah, yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Nice. Yeah, good. Right. So we probably do need to pass. So I'm working on a little routine to just get the Z of anything. Because I think, like, if you get multiple, if your mouse cursors over multiple things, you want to be able to sort them by Z to see what's at the front. And then you also want to sort them by size to see which is the smallest. I would say. You want the smallest thing at the front. Smallest thing first. And then sort it by Z. Do a stable sort by Z. So now we want to get Z for sprite sheet tile content. Which is this. We have to run this routine again. So I might actually make those. Operator overloads as well. And that one. So what I'm trying to do at the moment is make it easy to add new content into the editor in a year's time. Without breaking all of the game that I will have built. So I've got these things which are like static asserts on things that need to be implemented. So this is sprite sheet data, so that could be another type of content data. So if you had another sprite sheet data type, you'll get a compile error here which will say you've not implemented this, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I need to implement that for it to work. So that's kind of why I'm restructuring it. This is just Z. So I'm placing a bunch of those static asserts around the code, which will help me in the future, I would say. Like if the compiler just tells you, you need to implement this function, then you need to implement that function, then that function, then that function. After you've implemented them all, theoretically that new content type is in the engine then. Okay, so we need get Z's for all these. We'll start off with the normal one because I reckon most of them are going to use it. So we've got sprite window content data as well. I've got two different types of data here. I've got an overridden type of data. I wonder if we could add sprite window into here. Like that. Where do we put it? At the end. I think we probably can. No, it's for the data though, isn't it? I'll have to look at that in a minute. Let's continue with the Z stuff for now. Thing is, if this is not one single Z for this. There is for this though. I wonder if actually it is P there and there as well. is offset. This is Z. For sprite sheet, grass. Yes, here's the thing, there's multiple Z's for this as well. Maybe this is a bad idea. Woot Dragon, hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Yeah, I think this is maybe a bad idea. You can't get Z, I don't think. Brushes have multiple Z's. That's a problem. Alright, let's just go back. Whoops. And then we need to put in these to be arrays again. That's copy from good. How's the engine? It's going all right. I'm just moving on with things slowly but surely. Just working on intersecting all the different things you can paint into the level. So this is result.add. Intersection candidate. So intersection candidate needs an ID. Cell dot hash is and then instance ID instance.id and area is equal to cellbounds.area. Right. Snow3675, hey, how's it going? Try and wrap my head around structured database tables. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had my head in databases before. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. Snow, how's it going? Hope you're alright. Okay. Let's check I haven't broken anything. I'm good. Oh, I'm good as well. Had a good weekend. I'm a bit more relaxed. Got a bit of energy, which is good. Okay. So what I'm doing is trying to figure out how I want to do this. How I want to select these. If even I want to. We do need to return the Z. We do need to return the Z. It's just getting it. Cooped up in bed with the heat pump on, freezing to death. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Quite warm here. This office is absolutely boiling all the time. Which is good in the winter but bad in the summer. So we need a world space Z position, unfortunately. I think it's just canvas get Z. Instance position. So cell position. Can't remember if the cell. Well, we could just say the cell bounds X, Y. Could do that. Then plus instance.z bias. And obviously we don't want to do this. We'll turn that off for now. No, we'll leave it on. It's good debugging. We'll leave it on. And then Z for here. Is just the canvas get Z bounds.xy plus instance Z bias. This might all just work out. We don't need the actual Z of the thing. We just need the Z of the bounding box we're testing, I think. Okay. Yeah, we could actually just store the bounds, you know. That might be nicer. because we're storing the area, so we have the bounds for everything. So we're going to store the bounds. And this is bounds.area. The bounds.area. Like this. So this is bounds. Yeah, this is the way to do it, I think. So this is it here. This is the routine we go through if you have intersection candidates. So we just sort them by area. And then I think we want to stable sort them by Z. So we'll do arg0 bounds area is less than arg1 bounds area. And then stable sort. So stable sort will not actually I think it's the other way around. I think we stable sort by area. I think it's a stable sort. We sort by area, and then we sort where arg.z is equal to candidates 0.z. That isn't actually a sort. No, it is test 2, and it's arg.z is less than Z is not a member. Is that what it's saying? Z is not a member of intersection candidate. Oh no, because we're actually calculating Z, aren't we? We've taken that out. No, I think Z does actually have to be. So we don't have the Z bias either. All right. All right. This is kind of coming together now. We do want area. We'll go back to how it was before. Area in Z. And we aren't doing this anymore. And then C equals canvas, get C, bounds.xy plus C bias plus instance.z bias. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Z canvas get C bounds.xy plus instance Z bias. All right. That's area. So what's the problem here then? Maybe you can't have a view. So we want to do auto view equals candidates where arg.z is equal to candidates 0.z. Can't pass a view in. Why not? Why can't you do that? Let's see if we can see if there's anybody else that can do that. Don't know. Surely that is like a thing you can do. I could just do it the old school way. There must be a way to do this. Nothing there. Maybe we do sort, view, begin, view, end. All this is just working on concrete. It's not a view, really. Obviously, I don't know how to do that. Let's not sort on Z for now. Let's just go on area. Well, has to be on Z really. Okay, we're gonna go these equals candidates. Got copy from. What am I even trying to do? So we get by smallest area. Let's just try the stable sort version. Don't know if that will work though. So we obviously cannot draw this. Is working. It's drawing all of the... Can't get any outlines though. Weirdly. Not see any outlines for the grass. What's going on there then? Pix that. Do I have Pix? I don't have Pix installed. New computer, don't have Pix installed. Pix on Windows. Where's the latest version? It's not actually drawing anything. It is finding it. should actually be drawing tall grass again, but without lines. What's the Qualcomm one? Be fine, whatever. Okay, hopefully it works. Not tried it on this computer. Definitely want dark theme. Wow, man. This kind of looks like it's I Am GUI. This is so different. Okay. Does this work? There you go. Did it capture anything? No. GPU capture's taken 1. Why is it not? Oh, there it is. So bizarre. Pix doesn't have permission to collect hardware performance counters on this device. Please go to NVIDIA control panel and enable developer settings. Uh-huh. Okay, looks like I have to do a new capture. Okay, I didn't read the full thing. Oops, wrong one. Manage GPU performance counters. Allow.